here. I am here today with the Twisted Sisters Video Hop to show you my project. And the Twisted Sisters Video Hop is a group of, I think this time around we have 17 folks hopping. For sure, look down in the description box below because I'll have links to everybody else's videos. And the way the video hop works is 2 videos will be posted every day from November 1st through November 9th. And then I think on the 9th we only have one person. But do check the description box. Sorry about that. I lost my train of thought. Description box down below, and I will have links, and I will be updating those links as new videos are posted. So feel free to come back and check them out. What I'm using is something from our annual catalog, which is good through the end of August next year. And it's called In a Book, and it is a stamp set. It also comes with, or you can purchase it with the die cuts to cut out several of the shapes. In this particular project, I did not cut anything out. I just stamped directly onto the bookmarks that I made. That was my twist, was to take this stamp set, which was originally intended to be used for scrapbooking, and turn it into bookmarks. When I saw it, I thought bookmarks because it's got these taller pieces, and I just thought it was going to be great with the reading theme to make bookmarks. So I wanted to make my bookmarks a little heavy duty, plus I also wanted to play around with some different watercolor techniques. So I just grabbed some watercolor paper that I have. I think I got it from Hobby Lobby. It's just Canson watercolor. It's nothing too fancy, not very expensive. So that's what I used. And I cut my bookmarks at 1 3/4 wide by 6 inches tall. Then on my bookmarks, I used, and you can use any hole punch you have. I just used my Crocodile hole puncher to punch the holes at the tops of all of my bookmarks to put my little ribbons and twine on. And then for my corners, you can see my corners are rounded. I just used my We Are Memory Keepers Crocodile corner chomper, but any corner rounder that you have, or if you just want to leave them square, they look great that way too. So don't go out and buy anything special just to make bookmarks. Just make them for what you got. So I thought I'd give you just a little tour of the ones that I made, and I'll probably be making some more because these were really a lot of fun. I used intense black ink for all of them because this particular ink is permanent and it is waterproof, and it also works with alcohol markers. So this is a really good all-around ink. It does take a little bit longer to dry, although I have to say on watercolor paper it dries really fast because it sinks into those fibers really well. However, when you are stamping on watercolor paper, I don't care what kind of ink it is difficult to do because it doesn't always give you a clear impression right away. So I would recommend using some sort of, sorry, I'll try not to glare at you, some sort of stamp positioner. I just use a Misty. This is the regular size Misty. And I find it great because it keeps everything still and I can stamp things several times. And there were a couple of these that I had to stamp several times. So I will just give you a quick little tour of each one that I made. This one and this one I both are both colored using our Spectrum Noir Tri-Blend markers. I did not keep track of which marker colors I used because I pretty much used them all, and I was just having so much fun. I just was grabbing whatever and using what I liked. So this one is probably my favorite of the bookmarks. This is the little reading girl. I will tell you the jeans are done with the Vintage Blue blend. That is a really good blend for making jeans. Really easy. The tri-blends come with the 3 colors you need. I only used the 2. I used light and mid and just did a little tiny bit of shading. I didn't want to go too crazy on these because I was just having fun. So there is that one. And then these are the other one. And again, I used the tri-blend markers on this, and I just grabbed all kinds of different colors and just went to town having fun. Now, I will tell you on these, the color does bleed through to the back. So I will most likely put a piece of some sort of decorator paper on the backs of these to cover up that bleeding. You're going to get that with all alcohol markers with any paper you use. I've never had a paper that it didn't bleed through. So there's that. Then this one was a lot of fun. I did something on this that I have never done before. I used Distress Oxides with my water brush and just a little tiny bit of water. It doesn't take much. I accidentally used a little too much on her bow and it bled a little, but it doesn't look bad. But what I did was I just squeezed it, and after you squeeze it, it will put a little bit of the ink on the lid. And then I just took my water brush right to the lid, very, very, very little amount of water, like don't even squeeze it, and use that to color all of my girl with. So I think she turned out great. I don't have a huge amount of colors of Distress Oxide, but you know, it worked out that I had enough. I think this was Tattered Rose for the skin. I think I used Pumice Stone for the hair. This is Candy Apple for the shirt. This is a very light. I used a lot of water and then wrote, then just got it off. This is Chip Sapphire. The book is Mermaid Lagoon, one of my favorite colors of Distress Oxide. And maybe Fossilized Amber. I could be wrong on the colors. So if it's really, really important to you, let me know and I will try to figure it out. Just leave me a comment down below. Then for the next set, I wanted to use my watercolor pencils, and these watercolor pencils are so nice to use. And I also use my water brush with these. So the first one, I used the watercolor pencils just as a color pencil. I didn't use any water on these, and it's on the rough side of the watercolor paper. The watercolor paper has a rough side and then a smoother side. I used the rough side on this one, and that gave me kind of a little dimpled effect on my coloring, and I really like that. So I just left that the way it was. Then on this one, I again used the rough side of the watercolor paper, put my colors down, then used my water brush with very, very little bit of water and blended all of the colors. And I have to tell you, when you put water on these watercolor pencils, the color just explodes, just pops. It just becomes so much brighter. Really, really pretty. Then on this one, I wanted to keep it very, very simple. So what I did was I just put a little tiny bit down of the lightest brownish color that I had to mimic the color of an old book paper. And then just used my water brush to kind of move it around and left some shadows, left a little more color in certain spots. Overall, really, really easy. All of the ribbons and twine and everything are just from my stash, so unfortunately I can't tell you where any of those came from. But that is my project for this time around. If you have any questions about anything I did here, sorry, I got some shadows going on. Any of the products that I used, any of the techniques I used, please leave me a comment down below. I would be happy to get back with you and give you more information. And I will also, like I said in the beginning of the video, I will have a link down below that gives you, or several links down below, to all of the videos from the rest of the folks. And as the week goes by, I will go in and I will update any links that I'm missing, so you'll be able to come back here anytime and find those links and go take a hop around all the other folks. I hope you do that and have a really good time seeing what they've put together, how they've twisted products to help you get more out of your products. And with that, I am going to leave you. If you're not already a subscriber, I would love to have you as a subscriber. Just click the link down below. It says a red and it says subscribe. Or you can wait till the end of my video and you'll see my face come up and you can click on my face and that will also take you to subscribing. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. That lets YouTube know that people like my stuff and maybe they will recommend it to people to watch. And with that, I hope you have a wonderful day and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.